بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله 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 ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ببركة سيد الشيخ, with the blessings of our Sheikh, we're going to continue our series of videos in which we try to respond to the frequently asked questions by people who are not part of our Tariqa. So this video will be focusing on 3 other questions, which are basically how to become a Karkari Murid, what is the word of the Tariqa, I mean the dhikr that we do, and finally the last question is basically going to be about the muraqa'a, meaning the cloak that this one that we all wear in this blessed Tariqa. So let's start by the first question, which is how to become a Karkari. This is a question that we get usually from people who have an intention to become part of this Tariqa, or like generally are interested in it. So basically to become a Karkari, you need to have a bay'ah, meaning you take hand with the Sheikh, Sidi Muhammad Fawzi Karkari. Basically you have to travel to Morocco, go to Al-Arwi. You either live there or like from Europe or whatever, you take a flight and you go. There is an international airport at the city of Nador, which is a few minutes away from Al-Arwi, the city in which our Sheikh live in which the mother Zawiya is located. Over there you will have the chance to meet the Sheikh, and inshallah he will give you the bay'ah, I mean you take hand, or like you will sign some kind of a pact with him. Some people are not ready yet for that, and they ask, is there anything else we could do just to make sure that we are in the right path? So we recommend people before doing anything to make istikhara first. Istikhara means you pray 2 rak'ah of consultation and you ask Allah to tell you if this is the right path, if this nur, the light that these people are talking about, is true or not. Inshallah you will get the answer. We also recommend people who are still not ready to go to Morocco to start doing the word, and we inshallah will expand on the word later in the next question. Do the dhikr for at least 40 days to prepare themselves to this path and see if they're ready for it. So you do it for 40 days, and inshallah during those 40 days you will get with the istikhara a sign from God, in which you will get like some kind of an answer from the divine. You should also, if you are a little bit you have questions and you want to schedule a bay'ah with the Sheikh in Morocco, see if he's there or not, because our Sheikh travels sometimes and go visit few countries in which he has murids, sometimes like France or like Egypt, Europe generally speaking, in the Arab world. Inshallah in the future we'll invite the Sheikh to the US. You could contact the Muqaddam, meaning like we have like few people who are responsible to respond to questions over there. Sadly enough, the English, you have to go, if for the English you have to go through our English speaking pages, but then you need to have a schedule to see if your schedule fits with the Sheikh. And inshallah everyone is welcome to visit the Zawiya in Morocco. Always remember to have the intention to know Allah before doing anything. And inshallah that's how you become a Karkari, meaning to become a Karkari is to have the bay'ah and to have the intention, and you believe that this is the wali and this is the saint who can take you to Allah in this era. This is for the first question, how to become Karkari. Also, we have to remind you that this is the Tariq of Nur, Tariq of light. So basically, when you take the bay'ah, what happens is that you get this the light that is transferred to you from the Shaykh to you. There is the light of the Prophet ﷺ and the light of Allah, and this is your buraq. This is your mentor in the path to Allah and the in your road. This is what the bay'ah is. What happens in the bay'ah is basically you sit down, facing Qibla, and the Shaykh will recite a verse from the Quran, a famous verse from Surah Al-Fath, that is إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُبَيِّعُونَكَ إِنَّمَا يُبَيِّعُونَ اللَّهَ يَدُ اللَّهِ فَوْقَ أَيْدِيهِمْ. He will be reciting this verse, and you will be doing istighfar. You will be like astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, while he's reciting this. After he finished reciting it, he will make dua for you, and inshallah during this time, most people, not to say all people, will see some kind of light. It depends from the person. Some will see a star, some will see reflection, some will see clouds of light. Depends from the person. Now this is for the first question. The second question is, what is the word? So our word is divided into two parts. The first one is dhikr. Dhikr meaning like remembrance of Allah. That is like a dhikr. The second one is a word of a Quranic word. The Quranic recitation. So let's start by the first one, the zikr. The zikr is pretty much coming from the Quran and the Sunnah. It is 400 words that you say, 400 kalima that you say, 100 istighfar, 100 salawat, 100 لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير, and 100 الحمد لله والشكر لله. So this is like the bigger division or outline of the istighfar. In between there is a few verses that you have to recite before each part. Like we start by 7 Fatiha, 7 Surah Fatiha in the beginning, and it's like pretty much pretty straightforward, and anyone can do it for barakah, for blessings. It's not only for the murids of this tariqa. Our Shaykh give permission to everyone to do it. You can find it in phonetic in our website. It's very much pretty self-explanatory over there. It's in English, written down. Everyone can find it. Just visit karkariya.com and then go to the section. There is one of the sections over there. Just like type the word. There is one page that explains what the word and the benefits of the word or the dhikr, and one that has it in phonetic. The second part of the word is the Quran word. The word is twice a day, once after Fajr and once after Maghrib. Once after the morning prayer, and that one is up to Dhuhr, to the noon prayer. So in that time you can do it in any time, but it's preferred to do it just after the morning prayer, Fajr prayer, Subh prayer. There is one after Maghrib, the word of night. You do it after Maghrib, preferably after Maghrib, between Maghrib and Isha, and it stays up till the morning Azan, and those two you have to do it twice a day. The Quran word is pretty much every day you read 4 surahs: Yasin, Fath, Waqi'a, Mulk, Yasin, Fath, Waqi'a, Mulk, and 1 juz of Quran, meaning 20 pages of Quran every day. For those who cannot, who do not speak in Arabic, who have big problems pronouncing or they're not used to read Quran because of the language, there is special accommodation for everyone. So because Islam is about ease, not about hardship, but it's case to case. It's like for everyone is gonna be a special accommodation, but after you take the bay'ah, basically when you take hand, you'll know what you'll have to do. We invite everyone to start doing the word after istikhara, even for blessings, because some people, if they have the right intention, they will start seeing light and they will start having openings after, inshallah. And we invite everyone to do it because there is a lot of barakah, there is a lot of blessings in it. The third question, and this is like one of the most common questions that we get is like, why you guys wear this cloak, khirqa or muraqa'a? So this, to respond to this question, there is two levels of it. One is it allowed in Islam to wear this kind of clothes? So I think that we all agree, like traditional schools all agree that wearing a muraqa'a, a patch cloak made out of colors, is permissible in the Maliki madhab and all the madhabs. So this is, if anyone tells you that this is not permissible, just don't listen to him, because it's permissible. You can see Imam Ibn Ajib, for instance, he has in one, like actually all of the Imams they say that muraqa'a is permissible to wear. Why is it permissible? Because it covers your awra, it covers the parts of the body that you have to cover in Islam, and it doesn't show them, and basically it's fit to the sunnah, because it's one robe that goes from the neck to below the knee, the knee. Yes. So this is perfectly in accordance with the sunnah. The second part, is it allowed to wear collars for men in Islam? Definitely yes. Men can wear collars in Islam. And Muslims wear collars in any. I mean, Muslims wear green, yellow, any color. You can wear any color. The history of it. You have to know that the Sahaba were not walking around with fancy clothes. These people, they gave up dunya, they gave up all the beauty of it for the sake of Allah. So this muraqa'a, this cloak, many of the Sahaba have worn it, did wear it, mainly Sayyiduna Umar radiallahu anhu. And it's very famous that he had a patch cloak with 12 patches that he used to wear while he was a Khalifa, and he controlled a land that was as vast as that went from Egypt to Khorasan, to Iran nowadays. It's a huge land, but he, as a Khalifa, he had, even though he had in his hands all the treasures of Kisra, of Khusra, and of the Romans, he was wearing a patch cloak with 12 patches. And this is very famous in the story in which he traveled from Medina to Jerusalem and Quds after the Sahaba have conquered it, thanks to Allah's mercy. He was wearing it. And the Karkari, we walking on the footsteps of Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Uwais al-Qarani, and the Sahaba who used to wear these patches to lower the nafs, we wear it as well. The other reasons, there is many meanings to it. The first one is to lower the nafs. Nafs meaning the self, the ego. So you when you wear it and you go outside, you train your ego to ignore people gazes, and you start when you start ignoring people gazes in yourself, you become more aware only of the gaze of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is this is something that the Sufis pre-20th century used to do. Imam al-Ghazali, he wore a muraqa'a, a cloak, when he decided to work on the path of tasawwuf. Ibn Ajiba al-Maliki in the Maghrib here, he wore the subha that we wear in the muraqa'a that we wear with collars, and everyone knows that. So this is for us a way to revive this sunnah of the righteous people in this era of materialism and of like everyone wants to be seen and be visible to the others. The collars have a lot of symbolism. Like collars have symbolism in the Quran and the Sunnah. These for us, for Tariqa Karkariya, these collars, they symbolize the names and the attributes of Allah in the word of Malakut, meaning the word of the hidden to the eyes, the word that opens with the light. We wear 12 collars. Those 12 collars are also symbolize the 12 letters of the Shahada La ilaha illallah. And there is plenty of symbolism that you could find in our page karkariya.com that you could visit at any time. We have all the founding principles of our Tariqa over there. This is an Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك لشيخنا، اللهم بارك لشيخنا، اللهم بارك لشيخنا، اللهم ارسمنا في اللهم يا رب ارسمنا في رسمه وفينا في ذاته واجعلنا هو، وصلي اللهم وسلم على